Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Mo here. And in today's video, I'm excited to share with you a fun and practical way how to upcycle your fabric scraps by making covered buttons. It's a great way to add a little personal touch to your sewing projects while reducing waste at the same time. Plus, I'll be sharing a super useful tip on how to secure those button shanks in place for a more durable finish. And to make things even easier, I'll be using the Max Stamp covered button kit, which you can find on Amazon. And be sure to check out the link below in the description box to pick up your own kit. Now let's get started making these snazzy buttons. The kit comes with a template to cut out the fabric scrap. I'm using the kit number 24, which will give you a 5/8 of an inch button. It also comes with the rubber holder, the pusher, and the wire eye and button topper. You'll need a marking tool, so I've got my tailor's chalk here and a marking pencil. And of course, you're going to need your fabric scrap, and just make sure that those scrap pieces are wide enough to fit your template. Now here's the secret weapon. If you have some super glue, go ahead and grab that, or if you have some in your stash, you can use E6000 adhesive. Once you've gathered all your tools, go ahead and start tracing out your template onto your scrap. Now you're going to trace out as many circles as you need for your project, but I like to cut a few extra just in case. I like to have a couple of backup buttons on hand, and you can use them for other projects. Once you have enough traced out, go ahead and cut your circles out of your fabric. Then go ahead and grab your holder to start assembling your buttons. Now you're going to take one of your circles and you're going to place your fabric right side down on top of the holder, so the wrong side will be facing you. You might notice I'm doing the opposite, but that's because my project is on the dull side of the satin. So now you're going to grab your button topper and place that in the center above the holder and use your pusher to press the button topper down into the dip. You may have to put a little bit of elbow grease into it depending on your fabric, but once you've got it all the way pushed down into the dip, remove the pusher and then push the remaining fabric down into the button topper. Now, if you're anything like me, I know you probably have a couple of bottles of these in that all-purpose drawer in your kitchen. You're going to grab your glue and place a tiny bead down on top of the fabric. And depending on which glue you choose, you're just going to let it sit for a few seconds. And then grab your wire eye and then place that on top. And then you're going to use the pusher again to push it down until it pops in place. And again, depending on how thick or thin your fabric is, you may have to work it down in there just to make sure it's securely in place. And you know it's in there good when you'll be able to see a little bit of that folded edge of the fabric around the top of the wire eye. Now all you have to do is just pick it up between your thumb and index fingers and use your thumb to push the bottom of the holder. And voila, you got your covered button. And just repeat these steps for as many buttons as you need for your project. And the tip that I can give you on the glue usage, if you're using super glue, be sure to let it cure for 24 hours before you sew your button to your project. And if you're using the E6000 adhesive, make sure to let that cure for 72 hours before you sew your button on your project. I have used both super glue and E6000 in previous projects when it comes to making covered buttons. Both glues pass the wash and wear test, so you don't have to worry about your shanks popping out in the wash. And either one will give you a long-lasting, durable finish. If you found this video useful, then watch this one next. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, y'all, keep sketching, keep sewing, and keep the momentum going. Take care.